Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Greatest Book Never Published, the podcast where we read the greatest book never published. I am Nim. And
Sup?
you are?
Sup? Nate the Great.
And I am Steve.
All right, and we are brothers, and I am the oldest brother who wrote a book when I was 13, and it's called The Infection, and we're reading it on this podcast. And if you want the rest of the context, you'll have to listen to the previous episodes. So, or you will be confused and lost. So, we're going to get right into it with chapter 37. This is told from the perspective of Nathan Thompson. I'm sitting in the back of the van, where I've been for at least an hour. Then, finally, it comes to a stop. I pull the slingshot out of my backpack, so I'm ready, just in case someone comes in. I slowly crawl over to the door and pop it open, just enough for me to look out. On the other side, I see two men in hazmat suits standing there, talking in what used to be my dad's lab. So he was there when what was their names? Frank and Derek. Frank and Derek.
Dirk.
Frank and Dirk. Frank and Dirk. Talking what used to be my dad's lab. There's no way I'll be able to get out without them seeing me. One of the men finds something and hands it to the other man, who then takes what he'd been given and steps inside of the other van. Now's my chance. There's only one of them out there. I might just be able to get out without him noticing. And even if he does, I can take him. Sure. Okay. He's like a scrawny 13-year-old kid. He's got a slingshot, though.
Yeah, just...
Damn, what was that?
I'm about to get out when I see a man in a completely black costume with a hood and mask come running out from behind a wall, which is still standing. I don't realize who he is at first, but when I see him knock the man out with one hit, I realize that it must be Jameson. That's a bold assumption to make.
Yeah.
He knocked him out with one hit. The only person who can do that, you could only do that if you have superpowers, so it must be Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to open the door and yell out to him when suddenly someone grabs me from behind, covering my mouth. Don't even think about it, kid. I hear Lee's voice say as he's struggling to hold me.
Wait, you didn't check and see if Lee was in the van?
Well, he is. I guess he was in the a back part where Lee wouldn't have been able to see him. I don't know. There's like different compartments of the van, I guess. I don't know.
All right, smart kid.
He's smart in some ways and dumb in others. He can break out of a room with a bed spring. Break out of a lock with a bed spring. But we just got a call saying you probably hitched a ride with us. Yeah, probably the guys probably saw him out the window. Luckily, they were right, and we were able to catch you in time. Look out the window, boy. Okay. Lee pulls a covering away from a window so I can look out at what's happening. I see Jameson taking out 5 guys with guns. Then the other van takes off. As I see Jameson walking back where he came from, I try to break free and warn him before he leaves. I'm unsuccessful. He's gone. He won't save you, Lee says. This van has a cloaking device, making it completely invisible. He doesn't even know that there were 2 vans.
What kind of technology
There's
is
nothing
that?
you can do now. It's super advanced snake technology.
Okay.
They
Have
use
you ever-
nanotechnology.
That's good enough for me. Let's keep going.
Have you ever read a comic book? Yeah, they have crazy technology. Okay. What do? I need to get out of here, and fast. I must warn them. Wait, I know. I have a knife, somewhere in my backpack. If I could just get to it. I reach into one of the side pockets of my backpack and feel around for it. Then I feel it. It's like Lee doesn't notice that he's doing this. He's like literally
I'm not
holding
doing anything over here.
He's literally holding on to him. I grab around the handle and pull it out, giving Lee a cut in his arm. He yells, then lets go of me. I bolt to the door and jump out, running away as fast as I can while dodging debris. I run around to the other side of the wall, hoping to find that Jameson hasn't left yet. I turn the corner and... He's nowhere to be found.
Dawn.
Well-
Dawn.
I
Dawn.
know, it's terrifying. Well, I guess the only thing to do now would be to find them. But how? Not at home. The investigation is probably still going on. They still aren't allowed in their own home. After it's been like a week. What?
Well, their home blew up, didn't it?
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right, it did. Wait, did he? I think Nate forgot that. He was there when it happened, too.
Mhm.
Guess the only thing to do now would be to find them. But how? Not at home. The investigation is probably still going on. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't even know what day it is or how long I've been gone. All I know is that I was knocked unconscious on Saturday, October 16th, and woke up in a strange place. For all I know, I could have missed Christmas. Wait, no. It couldn't be that much later. It's not cold enough to be. Unless it's like so much later that it's like a year. You did miss Christmas.
Yeah.
But then again, it could be a full year later. It could, it could also just be the next day. I have no way of knowing. My thoughts are suddenly interrupted when two men come running after me from the other side of the street. Oh crap. My escape route is blocked off. I turn around and run back into all of the debris. I hear gunshots from behind, which causes me to run a whole lot faster. Just as a bullet flies 1 inch away from my head, I dive down and hide underneath some debris. Good thing I'm small. If I were any bigger, I wouldn't even fit under here. I sit quietly, waiting for them to leave, when I see two yellow eyes glowing from underneath some of the debris. I stay as still and quiet as possible. What is it?
A
I think
cat?
a cat? Some kind of creature? But what creature would be in the debris of Dad's lab? Oh yeah, of course. Shredder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the return of Shredder. Wait, where's the... Ah, return of Shredder. What? Come on. I completely forgot about him. What if he realizes I'm here? Would he tear me apart just like those rats?
Yes.
Or
probably.
maybe... Yeah, I could figure out a way to get him to attack the gunmen. But how? It's not like he's my pet. I can't just tell him what to do and he'll do it. But maybe if I make noise to let them know I'm here, they'll come over, lift up the debris, I'll jump out of the way, and maybe he'll attack. But I'm not sure he will. He might just run, or even worse, attack me. But I have to try. It's the only thing I can think of. It's decided then. That's exactly what I'll do. I cough really loud, hoping it'll grab their attention. I hear some voices, then a few seconds later, the debris suddenly gets pulled away. Both of the gunmen stand above me. Thought you could hide, did you? One of them says. Well, you thought wrong. I love like the little bit like random unimportant bits of dialogue I throw in. It's always really cool. Okay, I say. You've caught me. Please don't kill me. You know what? The other one says. We might just do... He is interrupted when I jump to the side and then Shredder jumps out of his hiding spot and attacks. The men try to shoot him, but the bullets do nothing. A few seconds later, Shredder tears them to pieces. Whew.
Man, this movie's gonna be rated
gross.
R.
Yeah, I was going to say, we already determined that if this was a movie, it would be rated R. People getting teared to pieces, blades jammed into their heads. I stand up and begin to back up slowly. No, Shredder, I'm not food. But to my surprise, Shredder comes right up to me like he's a dog and I'm his master. He likes me. He trusts me. That's awesome. I have a pet mutated rat. Nice.
Nice.
Now Nate is the best character because he's got a pet mutated rat. I begin walking, and he follows. I then hear a thudding sound from behind, then turn around to see what it is. I see Shredder lying on the ground, unconscious. I take a closer look and see a tranquilizer dart in his side.
Wait a minute.
I look.
If the bullets can't penetrate him, how is a tranquilizer dart penetrate him?
This is a super special tranquilizer.
Oh, just like their cloaking device on their van. They just have the best technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh. You think the CIA's best technology is a 1911 that's can be accurate to 75 yards, but their best technology is that.
All right.
I begin. Oh wait, it's lying on the ground unconscious. I take a closer look and see a tranquilizer dart in his side. I look up to see about 5 men surrounding me, including Lee. Make sure not to kill him, Lee says. Crape wants him alive. One of the men shoots me with a dart, and next thing I know, I fall asleep.
Man.
End of chapter.
Wow, what a help Shredder was.
Well, you know what?
He tore two guys apart. I mean,
Shredder did his best. He tore 2 guys to pieces. Chapter 38. Zach Thompson. It's not your fault, Jameson says to me as we stand in the meeting room just after Steve left. We knew from the beginning that he wouldn't stay for long. There was nothing you could have done to stop him. I know, I say.
Did they go back to the CIA lab?
That's where they are now, I think.
So did Nate never go to... Hasn't been to the CIA lab yet, right?
No, because they found it after Nate was captured.
Yeah.
I know, I say. But I just keep thinking that there was something I could have done. Ever since we've moved here, he's the only friend I've had. Now we may never talk to each other again. All the friends I had in Montana aren't really friends anymore. It just seems that I'm losing all my friends. That's the only reason Steve became my friend. I had a fear of never having a good friend ever again. So he just became friends with Steve because he had no other friends. Wow, that's great, solid foundation for a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I'd grown up with my friends in Montana. It's hard to get new ones. I guess I thought that I could force myself to have a friend, and that would make all the pain go away.
Mm.
It did for a while, but once he left, it all came back. Maybe God doesn't want me to have friends. Maybe he's trying to show me something. Well, that's depressing. Maybe God doesn't want me to have friends. Yeah, Zach would be like the emo kid. I don't know. No. Steve is still your friend. Friendships go through hard times, but in the end, they still hold strong. Despite your many differences, I know you guys are best friends. Why do you think he even stayed this long? Only a true friend would do that. And the fact that he was there when the explosion happened, he walked all the way from the orphanage to the lab just to apologize. He was afraid that he would lose his best friend. If that's not true friendship, I don't know what is. I trust he'll come back. I'm not sure when or how, but he'll come back. I hope so. For 2 reasons. 1, he's my best friend, and 2, we need him. I need to go do some research on the computer. We can talk more later. He walks out of the room, leaving me alone. Is what he says correct? Is Steven Richards truly my best friend? I mean, he has saved my life a few times. He did stay for a whole week. He may be kind of selfish, but I think he really does want to help people deep down in his heart. Somewhere down inside him is a will to fight for others, a selfless mind. It's up to me to help him dig that up. I've got to find him and talk to him. But what will that accomplish? I've already talked to him about this enough. What's a few more words going to change? They say that action speaks louder than words. So I need to find a way to show him that there's more to life than just himself. How do I do that, though? My thoughts are interrupted when something falls through the ceiling, breaking a huge hole in it. And after the dust settles, I see what it is. Or actually, who it is. I see a man standing there without a shirt on, with long black hair covering his face. Who are you? I yell at him. How did you find this place? For the question of who I am, the answer is Whiplash. Oh my, I stole a name from Marvel. Or they stole a name from you. I think I did. Maybe I didn't know about the character when I first wrote that part. He says in a Spanish accent.
Oh, he's Spanish too?
well, yeah, he's shirtless. so I guess he's Spanish.
I think I literally
Marvel
copied it.
you like exactly. Wow, Marvel's just stealing
Yeah.
stuff. You should sue him.
Iron Man 2 just copied me.
Yeah.
He says in a Spanish accent, I am an assassin sent by Snake to take you to Justin Lee, dead or alive. I can't do a Spanish
Again?
accent. Although, I prefer dead. He smiles in an extremely creepy way. Although, so they have a lot of assassins after them.
Yeah.
Like, well, the best assassin on the planet failed, so we're
Well,
gonna fail
okay,
too.
he said he was the best. That doesn't mean he is.
He could have just been
Self-proclaimed best.
Self-proclaimed Death Blade. It was Death Blade, now it's Whiplash. He pulls out two small cylinder-shaped electronic objects, one in each hand. He presses a button on each of them, causing some kind of energy blade to come out. As it comes out, I realize that they're not energy blades, but energy whips.
Well, that's why his name is Whiplash.
He swings his right arm, causing the whip to lash out at me. As it hits, it phases through me. I come running at him with both arms solid. I feel one of the whips jab into my back, causing me to fall to the ground with blood flying everywhere.
Oof.
Too bad I don't have Jameson's quick healing power. And to answer the question of how I found you, Whiplash says as he walks toward me. When you were at the wreckage of your father's lab, one of the men put a tracking device on Jameson. Wait,
How does he know his name?
because the bad guys know their names? Dude, Lee's probably got files on him and everything. How does he know our names? How does he know what we're...
Sorry.
How does he know our names? How does he know that we're related to John Thompson? There couldn't be a spy. Jameson, Steve, and I are the only ones who know about the identities of the Hooded Three. Unless, of course, it's Adam Fox. He's working for the CIA and for Shadow. He's probably one of the best spies in the world. He already knew who we were. He knew we were in the explosion. All he had to do is put the pieces of the puzzle together, and he'd know that the most likely people to be the Hooded Three is us. I knew we couldn't trust him. And now it's time for the kill.
Now it's time to die.
Whiplash says as he sends the whip flying towards my neck. Just,
I guess Steven comes in and saves him.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Jameson Thompson. Oh, chapter 39. Jameson Thompson. I'm sitting at the computer doing some research while thinking about all the evidence we have. So, what do we know? Snake is planning something big. It's called SIB, which stands for Super Infection something. What is that something? What does the B stand for? But what else do we know? We know that Snake now has a sample of the infection, which means that whatever they're planning will probably happen sometime soon. But what would they be planning to do with the infection? What does the infection do? Of course, it mutates people, giving them superhuman abilities. But they wouldn't know how to create a controlled experiment which they could do it with. They would need someone who's an expert on the infection. That's why they kidnapped Dad. No one knows more about the infection than he does. He even figured out a way to make a bomb out of it. Wait a minute, bomb? Bomb starts with B.
Oh my gosh.
We found out what SIB means. The missing word in SIB
smart.
starts with a B. SIB is super infection bomb.
No way. I thought it was bacon.
Or who knows? Wait, no. So that's what they need Dad for. To tell them how to make the super infection bomb. Or who knows? Maybe 100 bombs. They do have enough of the infection to do that many. I've got to go tell Zach. I stand up and walk out the door. Zach, I yell. Zach, where are you? As I walk down the hallway, I see a hole in the ceiling. Something's not right. Somebody's here and Zach is nowhere to be found. It's up to me to find out what happened and save Zach. I clench my fists, ready to slam anything that gets in my way. I hear a screeching noise from behind me. I turn around to see a huge scratch on the metal floor. I also see Zach's blue hood and mask lying on the floor next to it. Show yourself, I yell out, hoping that whoever it is can hear me. I will show myself whenever I feel like it. An electronic voice echoes through the hallway. Is that somebody different? Not that it will make make a difference. Your brother, Zach, is already dead. I can't do an electronic voice. And you will soon join him. It's not a matter of if or when. It's all a matter of how. Will you and die an extremely slow and painful death? Or will it be quick and subtle? Personally, I prefer the first one.
Wait, didn't he say he was tasked with capturing them and then bringing him back to Lee?
This might be a different guy because it's a different voice.
But the last guy said he was going to kill him. But he said he was tasked with bringing him back to Lee, but then he said he was going to kill him.
No, the other guy was planning on killing him. The Deathblade? He was planning on killing him.
No, this guy.
Whiplash. Yeah.
Whiplash, yeah.
He said he was...
No, he was trying. Remember, he tried to kill Zach. He was like the.
Yeah,
thing
but
was aiming
he
at him.
said first that he was tasked to capture them and bring them back to Lee.
I don't know. I don't know. So who knows?
Whatever.
Suddenly, a whole bunch of small electronic devices come flying through the air, with blades sticking out of them. One of them hits me in the chest, causing blood to fly everywhere. When the next one comes, I slam it to pieces with my fist, blood dripping from my knuckles. The next one comes from the back, slicing into my head. Next thing I know, all of them come in at once, slicing me everywhere. It's all happening so fast that I don't have enough time to heal. I am swinging my fists in all directions, trying to destroy them, but my efforts are useless. Because of all the pain, I fall to the ground screaming. Just when I think I'm about to die, I hear the voice say, "Enough!" He has had enough suffering for now. They stop cutting me. I take deep breaths as I begin the healing process. I say as I take a deep breath, is that all you've got? Don't say that. Oh no, my friend, the voice says. That is only the beginning, the start of something much more painful. I slowly stand up, trying to act tough, when in reality, I am scared to death. I have never been more frightened in my life. End of that chapter. Chapter 40. Stephen Richards. I am walking back to the orphanage, where I'll probably spend the rest of my day doing nothing. I just can't stop thinking about the fact that I have just lost my only friend. The only person in my life who has ever taken time to acknowledge my existence. The only one who has ever cared about me, and I just lost him. I also can't deny the fact that I also can't deny the fact that it was my fault. You really did it, I hear a familiar voice say from an alley that I'm walking past. That's creepy. I stop and look into the alley, not seeing anyone because of the darkness. Who's there? I ask. What are you talking about? I'm talking about your friend, I hear the voice say. I still have no idea where I've heard it before. You really left him. The only real friend you've ever had. How do you know about this? I ask as I slowly begin to walk into the alley. Why do you need to know? All you need to know is that you have lost one of the most valuable things a man can have. True friendship. So that's what this book is really all about. Friendship.
It's all about the friends we made along the way.
So, that it's up to you to get it back. So you're saying that I should go back? But I can't. I wasn't made for this. I'm just an average guy whose life is meaningless. I am now standing in the darkness of the alley. You're right. You can't do it. Not with that attitude, anyway.
An angel.
I don't think it's an angel. No, it's not. What if it was, though? Not with that attitude, anyway. What do you want my attitude to be like? I ask while looking around for the source of the voice. The attitude of a hero. Willingness to fight for what you know is right, no matter the cost. But I can't. I'm just an orphan. No, you are much more than that. You are a creation of God. A creation with a purpose. A purpose much larger than yourself. See, that sounds like an angel to me, but okay. Or God himself.
Maybe he's just crazy and he's hearing voices in his head.
Or it's just some
yeah.
crackhead on the street.
Who happens to know exactly what's happening. Maybe he was talking out loud while he was walking by.
Yeah. Like all the thought bubble stuff was
This
just
is actually him
him
talking.
talking. And this crackhead just comes out like, yo,
Yo.
you gotta be a hero, man. You're a purpose much larger than yourself. What kind of purpose? I say, confused. To stop Snake? Is that my purpose? That is for you to figure out for yourself. I'm just here to help you figure it out. And so is Zach. He's been helping you figure it out the whole time. You wouldn't even have this power if it weren't for him. Well, maybe I don't want this power, I say, not completely sure what else to say. Maybe I just want this whole thing to be a dream. Maybe I want to wake up and still be an average orphan, just like I'm supposed to be. If only you knew who your real family is. Who? I yell. This is something I've wanted to know ever since I was little. Now I might actually be able to find out. We're about to get a real big reveal. Your father is Darth Vader. Oh, I'm your father. No! Who is my real family? Not the Richards. That's just what the people at the orphanage were told. Oh. Then who? I yelled, determined to find out. The Crepes.
Dun, dun.
Wait. We don't have it.
We need one with that. A gasp.
That is shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a reveal better than I Am Your Father from Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. The word hits me like a bullet. So Lyle Crape, the man who's in charge of Snake, is my father? No, that can't be possible. I'm nothing like that.
That's not true. That's
impossible. No. No. I'm nothing like that, madman. You're lying. No lie. It's true. Your father is Lyle Crape. Your sister is Abigail Crape. Good thing Nate didn't find out that was his real sister.
Sweet home Alabama.
That would have made things real awkward. If this is true, then how did I get to an orphanage in New York City? Your father was at his New York City mansion at the time of your birth. He was very happy to have a son to carry on his legacy after his death. We knew that he mustn't have an heir, for if he did, his evil would go on for many more generations. We kidnapped you in the middle of the night and left you at the orphanage.
Who's really the bad
Is
guy?
this, what's his name? Adam Fox or the other guy?
I don't know, maybe.
Mr. Black.
Mr. Black.
Crape was heartbroken. For 2 years he searched for you. He stopped when Abigail was born. He had his legacy. No, my child is gone. Oh, I have another one. Okay, whatever. I don't care
Kids are
anymore.
expendable, right?
Well, yeah, as long as you just can keep having them, you know.
So I'm the son of a terrorist, I say, still trying to take in what I've just heard. So you're saying that I must stop him? My own father? But there's still good in him. There's still good in you, father. No.
I consent.
You must defeat Vader. My own father? Now there's just one thing I want to know. What's that? Who the heck are you? Then I suddenly see a man come out from the shadows. Now I know where I've heard that voice before. It's Adam Fox.
Big surprise.
End of chapter and end
Oh my.
of our episode here.
Oh my goodness.
That's exciting. Wow.
Yes.
11 episodes in, we're getting some really exciting information. I think we're like around halfway through the book, maybe slightly more, close to the halfway point. So pretty exciting stuff. Some amazing revelations that I totally didn't already know. I actually knew what was coming. But I don't know. Did you guys remember that part?
No.
I don't
I've
know
never
if you
read the whole thing.
Yeah, we did.
I haven't.
Yeah, I read it to you guys when we were younger.
Yeah, but I don't remember everything.
Well, you don't.
that happened
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
you don't remember everything. Yeah. I remember more because I wrote it, but anyways, that's about all. So I know everyone's on the edge of their seats waiting to learn more about this.
The edge of my seat.
On the edge of his Will he be able to turn his father back to the light side, and will his father throw the Emperor down a shaft? I don't know. Oh wait. Yeah, anyways, thank you for listening to this week's episode of The Greatest Book Never Published. If you want to listen to it, there's a few different places you can listen to it. If you prefer YouTube, you can listen to it on my YouTube channel, which is called NMTV. There should be a link in the description to that. And if you want to listen to it on audio platform, you can listen to it on Spotify. There's a link in the description to that as well. And there's also a link in the description to Nathan's YouTube channel, which is called Nate the Great. So check that out too. Anyways, that's about all. So thanks for listening. I'm Nim.
I'm Nate the Great.
And I'm Steve.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.